guys, welcome to episode 21 of the Knit Now Swatch Later podcast. My name is Courtney. Today is Wednesday, August 5th, 2020. This is a knitting podcast and I'm coming to you from Pennsylvania where I live with my husband and our 2 dogs and 2 cats. You can find me on Instagram as Knit Now Swatch Later and on Ravelry as Pup. We also have a Ravelry group for this podcast, which I will link in the show notes below. You can find everything that I talk about in this podcast in the show notes below. So I do have one finished object to share with you guys, which is my summer sock camp socks number 3. These are knit in Bad Wolf Girl Sits and Knits in the colorway Stranger Things. They are on her sparkle base, and all of the details are in my Ravelry page, which is linked down below. I knit these on Magic Loop, a US size 2.25 millimeter needle, and I went toe up and did an afterthought heel. So for works in progress, I will start with my library catalog card bag that I got from the Silver Shed. And in here is my honeycomb blanket by Adrienne Brigham, which is actually this way. Okay, so this is my honeycomb blanket by Adrienne Brigham, which I've already moved. This is the 3rd time that I'm recording this episode, so I've already moved my progress keeper. It was down here at the end of this like gray stripe. Maybe it was here on the dark blue stripe. I don't remember, but I did make a decent chunk of progress on this, but I just haven't been reaching for this lately, so not a whole lot of progress, but I haven't forgotten about it. Next up in this piggy bag from PB&J Creations on Etsy, I have another sock for my husband. And this is the Husband's Favorite Socks pattern by Twin Stitches Designs, and I am really enjoying this. I'm not usually one for patterned socks, but because he likes such a short leg and the pattern is only on the leg, I thought I would give these a try, and I'm really enjoying them. So these I am knitting on a 9-inch on a US size 1 2.25 millimeter needle. It's a 9-inch circular needle, and for my husband I cast on 72 stitches. The yarn that I am using is 3 Irish Girls on their Springvale sock base. The colorway is Witch's Brew. And then I've only got, I do have the tag. So there's the tag for that. So my next work in progress, I'm really excited to share with you guys because I've been talking about it for a long time. And it is in this Nightmare Before Christmas bag from Anomalous Mind. It is my Be Still tee by Twin Stitches Designs. I finally cast it on and I am loving it so much. I am super proud of myself for waiting until I finished my Frida top to cast this on, and then I even finished another project before I cast this on. So I'm feeling pretty good about it. And I love the lace pattern on the yoke. So I only have about a 1/4 inch to go before I split for the sleeves, but I'm hoping it's not too small. I haven't tried it on yet, but I think I picked the right size. I don't know, but I'm hoping it is scrunched up on my needles quite a bit, so I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that it will fit. And then I am knitting this in Hey Sister Yarn Company on their Alon C base, and the colorway is Patina. And I love this yarn. I love the pattern. I'm really enjoying this, and I also learned a new technique, which is helical knitting. I have never tried helical knitting before, and so far it's pretty easy, and I really like, I'm really enjoying it. It's really easy to keep track of. So I'm using that while I'm alternating skeins, which I've also never done before, but you're supposed to alternate skeins if you're using hand-dyed yarn. I've just never done a project where it would really matter, so I've never done that before, so that's 2 new techniques, I think, that I'm trying for this project, so I'm really enjoying that so far. The next project that I have to show you guys is in my project bag from the last lily pad on Etsy, and this is my Mama cardigan by Pip and Pin, and I am loving this. It is a brioche texture on the back and on the front panels. So this is also my first brioche project, and I'm really enjoying it. And again, like I said, this is the 3rd time I have recorded this, so my chip was like here before I moved it. So I did 2 pattern repeats since I picked this up. I pulled it out of my whip basket, and I'm really enjoying working on this as well. And then the yarn that I'm using is Yarn B Soft and Sleek DK in the colorway Cloud Control, which if you've been with us for a while, you probably recognize from my Stoker shawl that just didn't work out. I didn't choose a good yarn for it, so I frogged that and repurposed the yarn for the Mama, which I am loving. So that's it for works in progress. So moving into acquisitions. So the first acquisition I wanted to show you guys is a giveaway prize that I actually won, and it is the Tempting Fate book by April White. Tempting Fate by April White, and then Brittany Ray Knits dyed a matching skein of yarn. So this is a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, and the colorway is Tempting Fate. And I love this yarn, and I think she did a really great job of picking up the colors on the cover. So I can't wait to dig into both of these. I already know that because the yarn is purple, my husband is going to claim it for a pair of socks for himself because he loves purple. So there's that. Here's her card that she included in the package. And then the other thing that I have to show you guys, I'm super excited about. It's a project bag with 0 on it. And you guys may already know that The Nightmare Before Christmas is my favorite animated movie, and I love pretty much anything Tim Burton. So I saw this bag, and I saw, let's see if I can show this, I saw the zipper pull, and oh my gosh, you guys, it's so cute. So I just had to have it. I can't wait to use this for my next sock project. And the inside is just solid orange, and I love that it has a boxed bottom so it stands up on its own. And yeah, I'm really excited to start using this. I love it so much. There was an Oogie Boogie bag that I did put in my cart for a little while, but I decided not to get it, and now I'm really regretting that decision, but oh well. So here is her business card. It is from Fate's Thread, and the shop owner's name is Shanae, I believe is how you say that. And then she also included this progress keeper that has a bell on it, which is really fun. That's it for acquisitions. So moving in to chat. Since the last episode, I finished reading Children of Men, and it was really good. I really enjoyed it. The only complaint that I have is that the ending was a little bit too open-ended for me. I really like a neat and tidy ending that they just tell you how it ends and that's the way it is. But this one was a little too open-ended for my liking. You don't really know what's going to happen. I mean, it's pretty heavily implied what's going to happen, but there's still the opportunity for things to go sour at the end. It just depends on how you think the characters are going to turn out, and I don't like that. Those are the kinds of things that keep me up at night, wondering, playing through the different possibilities for how the story could have ended. So that's the only complaint that I have. But if you like endings like that, I think that you would really enjoy it. So now I'm reading The Last Time I Lied by Riley Sager, who is the author of The Final Girls, which is an amazing book. I really enjoyed that one. So I'm really looking forward to getting further along in this book. This one is about a summer camp, and a couple of girls disappeared, and then the summer camp shut down. And now the story is taking place 15 years later, and some of the campers from the final summer there are invited back, and they're reopening the summer camp, and the main character wants to go to kind of investigate and see if she can figure out what happened to the girls who disappeared. So it's really interesting so far, and I'm really looking forward to finishing that and seeing how it goes. So moving into some questions from the Ravelry group. The Pink Stitch 26, who is Lainey, says, "Congrats, I love your channel and your podcast so much." Thank you. What age did you begin knitting or crocheting, and what was the first knit or crochet project you ever made? So I learned how to crochet when I was in 5th grade, so it would have been 10, and my 5th grade teacher taught me how to crochet just during class one day. I don't know, I like finished my work early or something, and she taught me and one other kid how to crochet. So that was kind of fun. And then I taught myself how to knit 2 years after that, so I would have been 12. And the first crochet project I ever made, I don't remember. I think that my teacher taught me how to crochet a granny square. So I'm pretty sure that my first project was a granny square, but I'm not positive. But my first knitted project was a scarf, and if you look far enough on my Ravelry project page, it is on there all the way at the bottom. I never finished it. I hated it so much. I knit it in like this ugly pink, and then I ran out and started using like blue or something. I don't know. I don't even think I have it anymore. I threw it away. I don't even think I finished it. But yeah, so the next question is from Flamingo Fiber, who is Georgia, and she says, "Congrats on 200 subscribers. You're doing great." Thank you. And she asks, "Who taught you how to knit or crochet, or did you self-teach?" So again, I taught myself how to knit, and a teacher taught me how to crochet. What is my favorite knit sock pattern? So I love knitting vanilla socks. That's my favorite thing to knit. That's my favorite sock pattern to knit, but some people wouldn't really consider that a pattern. So if I had to choose, I would probably say the Heel Toe Do-Si Do pattern by the Crazy Sock Lady, or I'm really enjoying the Husband's Favorite sock pattern by Twin Stitches Designs. I'm not usually a big patterned sock person, but I have really enjoyed both of those patterns, so those are the ones that I would choose. So that was the last of the questions in the Ravelry thread. So if you have a question that you would like me to answer on the podcast, please make sure to post it in the Ravelry thread or to comment below. And that's pretty much everything for this week. So if you enjoyed this episode and you haven't already, please make sure that you like and subscribe to my channel. I put out a new episode every 2 weeks. So until next time, happy knitting. Bye!